Well, well, well. This isn't starting like it normally does. There's not even anything on the screen behind me. I'm going to have to find a picture because today is This Week in Base Hit. And this week in Base Hit, we had the season final round of competitors that have gone through the season. And the final two are the two people you see right here. Me
Survivor Circuit season. Yep.
and Citizen Clone. Clone, how was your week?
It's good, man. It's good.
What?
I cannot believe, this is games are going to start in 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, I cannot believe you and I are in the final.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it feels rigged to people. I swear it's not. Although I will say, totally copied strategies from you and from CK, but CK did not do as well this time. But
No.
there's definitely like copying of strategies, but it's exciting. Takes me back to years ago when we were watching we were on Zoom early on watching game view games against each other. So we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. So
Good luck, man.
if you could, if yeah, because I'm gonna need it. I know. Listen, if you could just indulge me for a second.
Yeah.
Now, I told you I didn't want to talk about MLB on the podcast because I'm just not ready to do it. The Dodgers beat the Brewers. Now they're in the World Series. Everybody knew it was going to happen. It hurt. It crushed my soul. All those things. But I do want to, congratulate you. And, I want to congratulate myself a little bit too. Because here we are, we just came through this long season. And if you would have went at the beginning of the season, people would have said, I bet Clone's going to be there at the end. He's the GOAT. He's the greatest player of all time. He's going to make it through. But not many people would have said, I'm going to make it through. I had to earn my respect through the season. And I ended like I wasn't predicted to be here, and then I ended the season with the best record. The best record. The underdog was
Oh
had
my
the
gosh.
best record, right? And then the goat just kind of meandered through the season because the goat uses the season as the preseason, right?
Can't believe.
And then the goat even was so confident that it decided to take an extra round and go into the semifinals. Clone did that
Oh my
and
God.
just dominated that, and then just walked into the finals and then just dominated that, and now in the finals with the now just running the score up on people. You know, I think I
Can't believe
think
you had this metaphor ready.
well, I'm just saying, like I think when you look at it, and I'm not saying that Citizen Clone is ruining baseball or base hit, but I just think, as we go into these finals, even though I know that you're going to win these final games, I just, like I feel like that at least I'm just happy to be there because like being in the presence of the 13 greatest free agents money can buy is going to be one of the crowning achievements of my base hit career. So I just want to thank you for allowing me to be part of this with you, and I'll stop there. Congratulations.
Uh, I can't believe how beautifully you tied that together. That's a good looking hat, man. You
Another
say you
smaller
want to
hat.
talk about MLB. I'm not talking about it.
I'm not talking about it.
I'm
I
not going
wasn't.
to take
I
this
what?
bait.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Who's talking MLB? I've
Hmm.
been talking about the season.
Whoops.
Oh
Whoops.
yeah, no, I'm talking the season.
Uh, I think that there's some broken uh, things in your premise,
Oh
but
no, that metaphor was flawless.
the metaphor is very good, except that I haven't been good at this game for a while, and I happen to be having
You're the goat.
my best week of all time
Yep.
this week, or best week in a long time, but we'll see.
I do have to give WFN some credit. Like that dude was not lined up for the semifinals until the last 2 days of the last round of the season, then snuck into the semifinals, then got through the semifinals, and then made a couple rounds in the finals. So like WFN got hot at the right
Hey, the
time.
one
That
that
that was
got
cool to watch.
bounced on Slinger, like
And yes,
like
Slinger's comeback
Slinger
was
won
pretty
the last
awesome.
three, WFN lost the last three. Slinger scored five. I mean, that's ridiculous.
That was ridiculous. Yeah. And then yeah, so and Slinger deserved to be there. Trempick or Tremke, he deserved to be there. I think he won two of the did he win two contests during the season? I think he did.
Uh, I
Uh,
can't. They both, yeah.
so really good. Um,
All these guys are really good.
so yeah, it was exciting. But like last night, I was watching the games because it was me, you, Tremp, and Slinger all um, really strong, and it came down to like one game or another all the way through. So I feel very honored to get to the finals. And at least at this point, Rent can't call me a failure because he said anything short of a win at this point was going to be a failure. I feel like I felt like if I could get to Thursday, then no one could talk trash about my performance.
I've That's funny. I literally every single day I was like, I just want to make it one more day.
Just one
Just
more
want to
day.
make it one more day.
Yep.
So we'll see. But just generally, again, thanks to everybody that's played. It's been fun. It's been really fun. First time we've done contests like this. It's been overtime. Uh, we had like over 150 people that played in at least one contest. A bunch of people that were playing every one of them. We had Rent doing data just on his own, and
His data visualizations were very cool. I didn't understand some of them and I didn't want to ask because he never labels the X and Y axis, and sometimes I don't know what they are.
yeah, yeah. That was good stuff though. But and I am learning the game again. I mean, I'm just gonna say it, people. I
It's
know
the greatest way to learn the
maybe it's
game
not your cup of tea, whatever. But I'm learning the game again, and
very quickly.
it's impacting the way I'm playing the rest of the game, and the way that you talk about the game, like people, the way you talk about it, like your strategy, the stuff you're thinking about is stuff I'm not thinking about. And I'm like, who is this guy? Because you were always the guy that didn't know how the game worked. And now you're talking to me about like 3D chess. And I'm like, what in the fuck is that about?
It's
Uh,
because of the contest.
yeah.
And I got to quit calling it contest. We need to name it Survivor or whatever. But and I'm making up metrics that aren't in the game. Like I have this ratio, this golden ratio of bullpen innings to earned runs that I measure the pitchers I pick by. And it's been one of the most impactful things that I've used. And it's just like this thing that I made up because I could start to recognize trends because the contests were moving fast enough and there were so many games happening that I could see patterns quicker than I could in the Dynasty game. And honestly, I've totally gotten better because of the playing Survivor.
Yeah, it's interesting. And we're learning stuff in the game. We're gonna keep learning.
And I've
Uh,
also learned that I've learned so much more about the game, but I've also learned some things that work in the Survivor don't work in the Dynasty
oh yeah.
game. Like going no
Absolutely.
bullpen does not work in the Dynasty game. You will definitely lose because the difference is you're not going up against computer opponents. You're going up against players that design their teams. So that
I
is
would
a
like
distinct difference.
on the spit. We can roll that into this week, as a matter of fact, because the new contest is out for this week, and it's a doozy.
It's a
Uh,
doozy. Tell them about it.
you're on call, but if people are looking at it, if you haven't played one, there's so I've been taking suggestions, and I'm trying my best to like really play around with the format and try stuff out. And this week, I think I rolled three suggestions in. So you're talking about bullpens. There's a bunch of people that were talking about ways to get bullpen more involved. I did it before, but I got really extreme with it this week that all the pitchers are low EN. This is with hitting people over with a hammer for it. But
But then you lowered the salary cap so we couldn't afford the bullpen.
it's not. No, you can afford it. You
All
can afford it.
right,
It's
all
not
right.
that
We'll
low.
see. We'll see.
It's not that low. But you're trying
I
to
haven't
just get
tried it
with
yet.
a
I'm
few
just
pitchers.
complaining about you anyways. So
Trying to get by with just a few pitchers could be tough. But we have other ideas about ways to get bullpen to matter more in the game that I want to experiment with. But anyway, that's one thing this week is you're gonna have low EN pitchers. Uh, there's a bunch of people that at the same time that they were saying like it's luck, they're also saying we should restrict we should make it that the only thing you got to choose everybody should have the same players and the only thing you got to choose is uh how much they weigh. No,
just
but
to
you know
make
what I mean.
sure it's luck,
Yeah. So there's a bunch of restrictions, but
we need
so
to
I just
remove as much of the skill parts of the game as possible so
just the
it's
pro.
not luck.
But so
I'm not
it's
making fun of you.
it
It's just
is
that
restrictive salary cap. But it's not so bad. But all those things are making it sound like I'm a jerk. And but the last
you are a
part
jerk.
I'm excited about because people have been asking about bringing in historic teams, and I did it. If you weren't in the finals, you would see the opponents in the finals this week are the teams that won the contests along the way. So that was I had planned that for a
That's a
while,
cool idea. It's been a cool idea.
and but figuring out how to do it was kind of hard, but that established it. So then this week, um, I did it more. So I went in and the opponents this week, I got the 15 leagues that have played the most seasons all time and found the worst team from those leagues
Ever.
and they're all together.
First
Yeah,
team, the worst
if
team
it,
to ever in their history, right? Except for recent years.
yeah, except
Yeah.
recent. I didn't do like the last 15 seasons just in case any players are still playing. But
Yep.
Uh, yes. So worst teams ever in those leagues. So it's a bunch of cool leagues. It's a bunch of notoriously bad teams, and so
If you're in these leagues, you'll remember these teams most likely because I saw the TCL team. I
yep,
remember it. It was notorious. We had threads about this team. So yeah,
33 win game.
33 win tank and bank team. Uh,
So for any of the restrictions that I'm giving you, just know that the opponents are
they
really
suck.
bad, and you're going to be able to beat up on them. And that's also, I'm curious to see. I don't know if I'm gonna. I feel like I might play it different against, bad teams. So might be a different strategy. Who knows? Uh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I did this
I mean,
one
this week was
totally.
very different.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
because this week when we're playing against, there's the computer opponents, there's some limits to how good a computer opponent's going to be, and I have levers on the some of the focus of them and some of the levels, their rating levels, but I'm not digging in and being like an actual manager. But when we were using the computer, I mean, when we were using human teams as the opponents, it's very different because we all know kind of our biases towards certain ratings, and a lot of us were not doing depth, right?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, it's just different. Um, so it's cool, and we're gonna keep playing around with stuff, and I'm excited about that one.
I like it. I like that you keep finding new ways to both expand the boundaries of what we can do, but also do it in a fun way that incorporates, some of the
Yeah.
nod to some of the history of the game.
Um, and the other thing I want to talk about, we have an update coming out Monday. So we talked about catcher stuff. We're still doing it. Changes to catcher, but we postponed it 1 week because we had to get some other stuff done. So on Monday,
Catcher.
change to catcher. So if you're playing people out of position at catcher, they are just going to be bad against stolen bases. People are going to run more, everything else. That's happening. But along with that, we have updates to the box scores that uh, I'm very excited about, which we've had a lot of requests for this and haven't done it, which is being able to put in the running totals as they go in, as people are used to in box scores. So if you're checking a box score for any game, you could tell like it's his 12th home run of the season, as opposed to just right now it's just showing home run. Uh, Running totals for all of that data, and then
Tell them the
um,
big one.
and then hit streaks are going to be included in there. Uh, and we're just giving a taste of some of the added kind of achievements that we can be tracking. And so we figured it out. So any hit streaks of players above 10 games are going to be listed in the box score to draw your attention to it. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I just want to give a huge shout out to Hardy for this because this is, you might think this is just something we decided to add, so we added. It is not that easy because when you really think about how this has to get added with hit streaks, before it became such a database load because can you imagine every league, every player, every sim that it would have to take that and go all the way back and look for a hit streak for every single play. It would make the game so debilitated from a database standpoint that it wouldn't move. We would be sim paused infinitely. And
Simon,
Hardy found a development way to create this ongoing, and it's going to help us in a lot of different ways, database management wise. But this is the first iteration of that. Is we're going to actually be able to have a true streaks feature of the game. So, like, good job, Hardy. Everybody should thank him in your prayers and tonight.
that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
And the running totals, like just to continue on that, like this is an intensive thing, and he worked out how to do it because I had like a little idea, and he went and he made it a lot bigger and figured out how to do it. And for when you're doing like running, we're getting career totals too, so we'll be able to, be able to track milestones, upcoming milestones, because a lot of those
Oh yeah,
things
yeah,
slide past. We aren't showing those at the moment, but being able to tell when somebody gets their 500th home run, like as it's happening and everything else,
yep.
which I'm sure we'll be
Their
figuring out ways to get
200th
that in front of
win or
people too.
whatever it is. Like we should know that. You want to celebrate that for your players.
And all to be able to do that, you have to go back to the beginning of the league and start counting up.
Yes, yeah.
So like it's going to be intensive. So we're going to be adding that in the background for a while.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So it's not just going from today forward. It's going to go back and do everything that's happened.
Yeah.
How are you
Everything.
doing that? I don't even know. Like how
It's
is
going to
that going to
be
happen in the background?
the database crunching when we're able to, and it's going to be a league at a time.
Just Mike
And,
D WD-40ing the computers while they're smoking.
it's going to be like the Star Trek things of Scotty and we need more power. Yeah, yeah.
I'm giving it
Mike,
all she got, Captain.
yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, but yeah, Mike, we weren't sure we were going to be able to. We were doing these processes in the background. We weren't sure we were going to be able to get him in front of people into the UI, and Mike figured that out and got him into the box scores this week. So he's on fire. He's on fire.
On fire. He's heating
Uh,
up.
so yeah, good week.
It's a good week, man. And then
Good luck in 25 minutes.
one of the two of us is going to win the season, and I do wish you don't win. I couldn't do it. I
We could
couldn't
just
do it.
lock ourselves in and watch all the game views. 81 game views together.
We
Um,
could.
it's all
81
gonna
game
happen
views.
fast. It's all
No,
gonna
it would
happen.
be 162. We'd have to watch both of ours.
People will know who the winner is by the time this comes out.
Yeah,
That's
for
all.
sure. Yep.
Okay.
All right. We'll leave it there. Thanks, man. Check out, and so they'll be able to see these box scores as soon as we
On
do the release
Monday.
on Monday. Yep. So that very cool. All right. That's it. That's this week in base hit. Till next week, we are out of here. Go Jays.